Does she say when she's coming home from New York?
She is home.
No kidding. That's great. She coming over?
Nope. And I think I did something I shouldn't have done.
Well, what's the matter? You told her that Tanner's in town, didn't you?
Yes, I told her that Tanner is in town, but I also told her that Jamie was taking him to the supper club.
So?
So now she's going to the supper club.
Now?
Now. I couldn't talk her out of it.
Well, how hard did you try?
I tried to jump through the phone at her. Is that hard enough for you? She wouldn't listen to me.
What is she telling Mac?
She hasn't seen Mac. Vivian told me that Mac was going to have dinner with Miranda Bishop and Taylor Holloway.
Well, at least she must have talked to her when she got into town.
Nope.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I wish Jamie hadn't taken Tanner to the supper club.
Why not?
Because it's Mitch Blake's place, that's why not.
So Tanner's just another customer. Why would Mitch talk to him?
Well, don't you suppose Mitch talks to most of his customers?
Well, sure. About the weather, how good the food is, stuff like that.
And suppose he finds out when he's talking about the weather and the food that the person he's talking to is the man who wrote Harry Must Die. And Tanner might just let something slip about that drug.
Then Mitch will know about that temporary sterility bit, huh?
And that's the biggest aha of them all.
Well, I don't think that's a very likely topic of conversation for dinner, do you?
Well, it could come up, right?
Well, yeah, sure, it could.
Once Mitch finds out that Mac couldn't be the father of Rachel's baby, then...
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, what if it does, Charlie? What if it does?
You're asking a question you want an answer. I don't think you're going to like the answer.
You're right. I take back the question.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm meeting a Mr. Jamie Frame.
Just arrived, right this way.
Hello again.
Don, great to see you. Good to see you.
This is quite a place.
Well, I thought it might remind you of New York.
Actually, I spend most of my time in New York, holed up in my apartment writing. This is a real treat to me.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is my friend Sally Frame. This is Donald Tanner.
Hi. So you're the famous
down.
New York author I've heard so much about.
Yeah, well, thanks to your friend here,
Oh,
I
come on.
may just be that someday.
Well, listen, I've heard nothing but good things from this guy right here.
Well, let me tell you, it's all true. You should read this book, too. Well, I have to get you a copy. It's called Harry Must Die.
So,
Well, how's your trip?
well, I've never met a real New York author before.
Well, I hope I'm not a disappointment to you.
So how long are you going to hang around Bay City?
Well, now that depends on how quickly my publisher can give me what I want.
Oh, and what exactly is it that you want?
Don's talking about our advertising plans, I think.
That's right. We got to get the word out to people about my book so they can rush out and buy it.
Well, we think people will rush out and buy it anyway, Don.
So what do we think? Is it going to be a big seller?
I'm very optimistic.
Well, I can't wait to get it. I'm really excited to read it.
Actually, it's not available yet. So you see, we have a few details to work out. Speaking of that, James, when am I going to meet your medical expert?
Tomorrow, I hope.
No, before we see him, would you like to make a bet?
What kind of bet?
I will lay odds that Dr. Matthews will agree there is no error in my medical research.
Dr. Russ Matthews?
That's right. He's checking my book to check to see that the medical research is correct.
Oh. Well, he's my uncle.
Small world.
Is everything all right?
Oh,
you're fine.
Terrific.
Would you like to order dinner?
Sally?
Could we hold off at least until after the first show? I'm not really hungry yet.
All right. How about you, Don?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good.
Maybe you'd like to go upstairs, dance, disco's over.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Mitch owns a disco above the
It's
supper
terrific.
club.
It is.
I don't know. You want to go up and dance?
I think I'd like that.
You would?
Let's do it.
All right. You don't mind if we leave you alone for a few minutes, do you?
Wait
Okay.
a minute. Maybe Mr. Tanner here would like to see the dance floor.
Hey, why don't you two go?
Want to dance?
Do I have cutting privileges?
Absolutely.
Then you two go on and I'll join you later.
Okay. Wait, Jamie's
What?
wife's going down.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we wait until after Cindy Lee sings? Sure.
We'll take a little check.
Okay. Hey,
Julie, hi.
good to see you. Easy, I think.
creamers all...
Well, I decided. In my own applause, I'm defying all of Mother Nature's laws. It's never too late to begin again. So take a deep breath, and then you'll be flying.
When did you get back from New York?
Today?
How are you feeling? Must have been a good trip. You look good.
But it wasn't a trip for pleasure. It was business.
Smart business.
I don't think we should be talking while the singers sing.
I think it's all right. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Jamie.
He's right over there.
Yes, I see that he is.
I didn't know he was expecting me.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure I'd be able to make it.
Did you know he had a guest?
Well, I can see Sally.
I meant someone else.
Yes, I see that.
Do you recognize him?
Mom.
Hi, honey.
Welcome home. Hey.
Thank you.
Oh,
How are
great.
you?
I'm fine.
You look good.
Thank you.
Hi, Sally. How are you, honey? Terrific. Good.
Oh, Mom, I'd like you to meet Donald Tanner. Donald, this is my mother, Rachel Corey.
Hello, Mr. Tanner.
How do you do?
Sit. Sit down. Well, this is quite a surprise.
No, it was a surprise for me, too.
When did you get in from New York?
Just a little while ago.
Oh, why aren't you with Matt?
He's out to dinner.
Oh, and you didn't know you were coming in tonight?
No, it was just sort of a last-minute thing.
Last minute?
Well, yes, I finished up my business in New York early, and I got on the next available plane, and here I am.
So, how'd you know I'd be here?
Oh, I made a few phone calls, and I got the word.
Oh, what do you mean, got the word?
I think your mother touched bases with my Aunt Liz.
No, with my mom.
Oh, right.
Would you like something to drink?
No, I'm off alcohol for the time being. I'm pregnant. So I'm being careful.
Well, I must say it is a real pleasure to meet you. I have admired your sculpture.
Oh, really?
Yes, ever since I saw one of your shows in New York about 2 years ago.
Well, I'm very flattered.
Now, I can't wait to meet your husband now.
Well, I'm sure he's looking forward to meeting you, too. Listen, have you ordered dinner?
No, but why don't we do that if you're hungry? Why don't we?
You say, weren't you and Sally going up to the disco after the show?
Right, we were. You still want to dance?
Oh, definitely. But, well, you probably want to sit and talk to your mother.
Yeah, kind of do that.
Listen, we have plenty of time to talk. You two go ahead.
Yeah, but if you're hungry, why don't we eat
Well, look,
that?
I ate on the plane. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It's all right. I used the time to get to know Mr. Tanner better.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
let's go.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk about the book.
Oh. I take it you knew your husband was publishing my book.
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact,
I can't tell you what that means to me, Mrs. Corey. I have spent the better part of the last 3 years working on that book. And the research in the drug alone.
Well, you must be very, very happy this Friday.
Frankly, from the very first day that I started writing Harry Must Die, I hoped that Corey Publications would accept it.
Really?
Yes, well, you have a magnificent reputation, as I'm sure you know.
Yes.
And when I meet your husband, I intend to tell him the same thing.
Well, that's why I want to talk to you, Mr. Tanner.
You beg your pardon?
I came over here expressly to meet you tonight.
You did?
I want you to do something for me.
Well, I'll be glad to if I can.
Excuse me for seeming brusque, but I'm worried that Jamie and Sally will be coming back down, and I don't have much time.
Mrs. Corey, what is it you want to say?
I don't want you to discuss Harry Must Die with my husband.
I've got to discuss it with him.
I'm asking you not to.
But he's one of the reasons I came to Bay City,
Yes,
Mrs.
but
Corey.
the book is finished. Certainly you have other things you can talk about.
Well, we were going to discuss the advertising campaign, and I brought along an outline of one of my new books.
There, you see, it shouldn't be any problem to stay off the subject of Harry Must
But
Die.
you still haven't explained to me why you want me to do it.
Well, I may not be able to explain it all to you this evening. But the less said to anyone who knows my husband about the book, the better.
You'll admit it's a rather unusual request.
Yes, I can't give you all of my reasons now. I will some other time. Will you cooperate, though?
I'll try, but there may be one problem.
What?
I'm supposed to meet a Dr. Russ Matthews. You see, he's working on the
Russ
research.
will be all right.
He's all right? He's all right, you said?
I'm sorry, it's just impossible for me to talk here.
But if you can give me some idea of what this is all about...
Can you come to the house tomorrow morning?
I suppose so, yes.
Well, you can ask me any question you want to then, and I'll answer it, all right?
Well, I guess it'll have to be all right.
Now, would you give me your assurance that you won't discuss the book, Harry Must Die, with anyone until we've had our talk?
Well, what about Dr. Matthews?
Oh, don't worry about Russ. I'll get to him first.
Well...
Exactly how long ago did she leave the supper club? Well, then she should have been home now, or before now. Did she say she was going to stop anywhere else on the way? Well, I tell you, Jamie, I'm awfully worried. Oh, hold on, Jamie, hold on. Listen, it's okay. I'm sure she just pulled in. Yeah, sorry if I disturbed you. I'll see you at the office tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.
Mrs. Corey's home.
Yeah, I heard the car come in.
So, shall I wait around, see if she wants anything?
No, I don't think you need to,
You
Vivian.
know, I like to stay on duty until every one of my chickens is returned to its roost.
That's good. The last chicken just returned to its roost, so you can go to bed.
Well, don't forget, I'm just a phone call away.
Okay, I'll remember. Phone call away. Oh, my darling.
darling.
Oh, so glad to see you.
I missed you so much.
Well, then why did you stay in New York so long? Hmm?
Well, one thing led to another, and I just couldn't get away, but I'm back now.
I'm never gonna let you out of my sight again, or
Well,
arms either.
Fine with me.
Now, come on, sit down. Tell me what you've been up to.
Oh, I'd much rather find out what you've been up to.
No, but tell me first, why did you go to the supper club right away?
Oh, that.
Yeah. Darling, I was just on the phone to Jamie. I was really very worried about where you were.
What did Jamie say?
Well, he said you were on the way home.
That's all he said?
Well, he said you helped him entertain Donald Tanner. Why?
Oh, well, I just thought it would be nice to help entertain your writer. I mean, he's your writer. after
Well,
all.
I know, honey, and I'm sure he found you fascinating, but...
But what?
Well, Rachel, I don't understand why you felt obliged to go to the supper club the first thing when you got home.
I didn't feel obliged. I did it because I thought it would be fun.
Did you set all this up with Jamie before you left New York, or...
No.
Well, I just can't understand why you'd come home and then dash straight off to the supper club.
Well, darling, I know it seems strange.
And the other thing I don't understand is why you didn't tell me you were going to come home.
Well, I wanted it to be a surprise for you.
Well, it was darn sure a surprise for me.
Well, I hope it was a good one.
Well, of course it was a good one. Rachel, you still haven't answered my question.
What?
Why did you go to the supper club the minute you got home?
Well, I just told you, Mac. I thought it would be fun.
Well, didn't Vivian tell you where I was?
Yes?
So why didn't you come to Miranda's?
Well, I didn't think I could disturb her dinner party.
Disturb us? You wouldn't disturb us.
Mac, I know it seems strange. It's just that I came home and you weren't here and Amanda was asleep. And so I called Mom and she told me that you were at Miranda's for dinner and I didn't feel that I could disturb you there. And then she told me that Jamie was at the supper club and so I thought I could go over there and then Tanner was there so I thought I could... Well, you know, I was just all keyed up. It doesn't matter anyway. I'm home now.
Oh, that's true. That's all that matters.
You know what? I learned something while I was in New York.
What'd you learn?
That I love you more and more as each day passes.
But I've known that for a long time.
Hold me. I wish you could hold me forever. Just like this.
I'm gonna hold you forever. Just like this.
I'll be with you in a minute, Sally, right? What do you want?
Is Mrs. Corey all right?
Why do you ask?
Well, she seemed to be upset when she left the club. I'm a friend of hers, and I was just concerned about her.
Well, Mrs. Corey was upset about a book that I wrote.
Did she say why?
No, she didn't have time to.
Well, I thought you had a chance to talk for a while.
She said that she'd tell me all about it tomorrow.
So did she know you were coming here tonight?
Well, she knew her son was going to be here. Why all the questions, Mr. Blake?
As I said, I'm just a friend of hers, and I was concerned about her.
Well, perhaps you should ask her. Excuse me, please.
Why? Why?
Join John Chancellor, David Brinkley, and the entire NBC News team for an unconventional view of the Republican Convention. Decision 80 coverage begins with a pre-convention special Saturday. Tonight, a costume party leads Albert to a Wild West adventure on Little House. Then Elvis Presley's a small-town singer who makes it to the big time in Loving You tonight. Tomorrow, Sheriff Lobo signs up to be a paid escort to the town's most eligible women on Lobo. Tomorrow on NBC.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.